care. The provision of what is deemed necessary for the health, protection, welfare, and well-being of someone or something. Care. Now, I can't tell you what choice to make or what choice not to make with who you are or what you do. I'm repeating the word care, which is the provisions necessary for the protection, well-being and preservation of someone or something, to hand to you the secret code that has been used ever since we were born to divide your love between yourself and your neighbour, between yourself and your partner, between yourself and your children, between yourself and your surroundings. Care. I can't tell you what a Christian is or what a Christian isn't. But if a Christian is a Christ person is someone that cares. So a Christ person is a caretaker. Stay with me here because it is the truth. There is but one truth, and this word encapsulates the truth in a nutshell. Now, what happens when you have someone who is unconditionally caring? They are wearing their caretaker's jacket. So, someone who has ears to hear and eyes to see, their ears are seeing how they can care for what they're looking at because they are careful, and their eyes can see what they need to care about because they are caring. Mental strength is something that we develop through gaining lingual dexterity, which is good for intelligence, but at day's end, all we really need is to not lose our care factor. You do not have to be a scholar to care and love. You can be who you are right now and turn your life around in an instant by going, I'm going to hold on to my care no matter what. It doesn't matter what's happening in my surroundings. It doesn't matter who is fighting. It doesn't matter who is trying to fight me. If I care, that's what matters. Because do you want to know what is more contagious than hate? Loving care. Do you want to know what makes good couples? If I care for my partner and my partner cares for me and we care for each other, we care for who we look after, they care for each other, they care for the next step on. Caring is what should be contagious, and if we all cared about one another, we wouldn't see the mess that we are experiencing in the world right now. Care. Again, I cannot tell you what choices you can and cannot make. Whether you are divided and you are sitting in what might be seen as an enemy camp, or if you are in the side of what could be called loving kindness. Each individual has made their choices. The only individual that is in a situation where they are compromised at present are those who lost their caretaker jacket. Your caretaker jacket is your love, and when you put it on, once it's on, you care no matter what. You are the shepherd of your surroundings. We live in a society where far too many people have removed their care, which is their loving trust and security, and once they are exposed, they are cold and vulnerable to the elements. It is their ego, which is quite fragile, as its resilience is dependent upon its strength. So it's very easy for narcissistic behaviour to come about, because what happens when something is exposed? If your care's not covering it, an ego will. Interesting, isn't it? Life is supposed to be developed through challenges and growth. The second we lose our care factor, though, those challenges and growth turn into pleasure and pain. So if we take the caretaker's jacket off, we're going to avoid pain no matter what in order to seek pleasure. If we are involved in any sort of situation, it is no longer about the situation at hand. It is about, look at me, I'm important because I'm looking for pleasure, and if I don't get that importance, I feel pain. So then I fight for that pleasure because I'm pleasure orientated, and I'll fight for that no matter what, because I need pleasure no matter what, because the pain that's opposite to the pleasure is too hard to bear. So I would rather destroy my entire surroundings and bite my nose off in spite of my face, purely to keep the sensation of pleasure in place. This is where we have the split of what's called duality, pleasure and pain. Put the caretaker's jacket on, we have unconditional care, meaning we do not lose our care no matter what. Duality disappears, because it's no longer about pleasure and pain. Everything is about growth through the experiences that we have, and the pain that we experience should be seen as a challenge. So instead of life being about pleasure and pain, as we come across challenges which are painful, in order to get growth, we challenge the pain. And as we challenge the pain, we start to then trust ourselves more, and we feel significance. Only those who took the caretaker's jacket off and went, well, I don't care anymore. You've only got to listen to people on the phone. I don't care about this. I don't care about that. You've only got to find someone having an argument. They are battling their care off against one another. Well, if you don't do this, 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 and this, I'm going to make you feel guilt, and I won't care anymore. Care. Care is the root cause of depression and anxiety. We put our caretaker's jacket on, we no longer have to be anxious, because we have enough care for ourselves and for others to be able to put the anxiety away, which is how we feel while having to listen to what is called the inner critic, or the accuser. And because we have the jacket of care, we can listen to the accuser, challenge what it says, gain growth out of it, and become stable people. If you do this for long enough, the accuser has no option but to abandon you, because you cared enough for your loving care to leave no place in your heart for it to come in and to accuse. Care. So I don't care if you are up to something where you know it's no good. See how I said I don't care? Even if you know that it's no good, if you're doing it with someone else and you care about each other, and even though you care about each other and you're performing something which is criminal, you still cared. And what we're dealing with here is a belief put in place about lack. And the only thing that is lacking is care. So I'm kind of going, is there a secret to the matrix? Care. And once you start caring, guess what? You start to experience loving kindness. But if you do not, it doesn't matter if you are attacked by someone, because you kept hold of your care, you kept your common sense. Your care is your common sense. Your care is your integrity. Your care is your loving kindness. Your care is also your protection. Your care is your wit, your nous, your capacity to approach things with vigilance. Care is valiant. Take the care off, pride. Courage, pride. Courage, pride. Care is courage. And once we get beyond pride, courage encapsulates it, we balance out into what is known as neutrality, and pride no longer affects us. We're living in a world where it is pride that is running amok at the moment because people took their courage, which is their caretaker's jacket, off, and because the pride is sensitive, it encapsulated itself with a narcissistic type ego, and what you now see around you, the matrix, which was very healthily put together by individuals who are telling you that you are not enough. When you realise that I can care and I can love, courage. You want to know what's more than being a rock star or driving a Ferrari or, having the $1 million house? Having that much care and love that you've got a pet that loves you. Because if you notice these people that don't care, their pets don't care either, or their children don't care, I'm not saying anything wrong about the children, but what I'm saying to you is if you want to know the difference, if you want to know the magic key, if you want to know the truth, there are 1,000 variations of it. The truth is love, the truth is truth, and for each individual circumstance, as truth is circumstantial, if narrow is the way and few will ever find it, and broad is the path to destruction, narrow is the caretaker. It's a very humble word, and few are going to want to take it on. They want position, they want status, they want words that make them feel important. But this is the beauty about care. The caretaker is beyond status. The caretaker is about experiencing fulfillment, nourishment, and love through helping others. So, take the caretaker jacket off and expect the world to look after you, or put the caretaker's jacket on and expect that who gave you the caretaker's jacket, who is within your heart, to come back into your heart and let them educate you. I have been on a spiritual journey for more than 15 years. I have not found one person on this planet, period, who can give me answers that were to fulfill the questions that I had. Because no one had enough care. And look, that's not me being arrogant, but we can be complacent, we can be cocky, we can be ignorant, we can be greedy, we can be all other things. There is one gate, there is one truth, there is one light. That one gate, one truth, and one light that sits within all of us is who we were looking for, which is the only teacher that matters. I searched my entire life to realize that there is only one teacher, and that one teacher is who you want to be listening to, because they are teaching you the helmet of salvation, the breastplate of righteousness, the shield of faith, the belt of truth, and the boots of peace. And because you've got the belt of truth, you can then carry the sword of truth, which is your word. And it does not matter how strong you are, even though strength is important when you need to endure hardship. When you have the truth, a few basic words can destroy anything psychological. It allows you to be discerning and have accuracy in perception, and it allows you to destroy rules that do not have appropriate format. There is but one truth. The truth is care. It sits within all of the trees. It's within what you might call the Fibonacci code. It sits within the way DNA is encoded. Everything has chronological orders of events. Care makes us careful enough to see the truth for what it is. It is tangled up reality which makes us take our caretaker's jacket off and we lose our care, when all we needed to recognise is that our care will be tested to make us more caring. But if you can keep that jacket on no matter what, the love inside of you will grow that much that nothing external to you will ever compromise your efforts, because you know full well that you are here because you have been assigned by the shepherd that sent you, because there is only one truth. And if you have been assigned by the shepherd that sent you here, you will then recognize that as someone who is a caretaker, your role is to be an exponent of your shepherd and take care of those beyond you. Now, there is a balance of taking care of yourself as well, but whilst ever you're taking care of others, animals, humans, trees, lands, organisation, business, job, etc., whilst ever you are taking care of things, love stays in your heart. Lose your care factor, the caretaker's jacket comes off, your common sense goes. So this is a conversation about what our full potential could look like and the way that we bring it about. The way that we bring it about is not through pride. It is through care. Care. The means needed to protect, preserve, love and look after the health and well-being of someone or something. And out of all the infinite deities that there are that you can follow in all of the multiplicities of religions and whatnot, forget religion, forget doctrine, forget philosophy, forget higher forms of thought. Think, if I have a heart and I can learn how to balance out psychologically and I can still my mind and energy, it does not matter who you are, there is one truth, and they reside in your heart. So this isn't me speaking as a Christian, even though I am a Christian. This isn't me speaking as a martyr or an evangelist, even though I can be that if I choose. This is me speaking as someone who has common sense and accomplished a lot. I'm an accomplished human being and can do as I choose. This is me telling you, if you would like the secret and the truth and the way to a better life, care. Have an awesome day. I love you.